story number two. HBO has a fake online army, and it's out there in your comments, giving you dislikes, punching you in the mouth, correcting you, fact checking you, and making sure that you're all hyped about HBO. Uh, this stuff is comedy. It's coming from a Rolling Stones article. Yeah. Theo, you want to break this one down?
Yeah, sometimes we go in here and talk about executives at these companies, and so this is a new executive called named Casey Bloys. If you've never heard of him, he's the HBO president, but he came up through HBO and became over their programming. So he's a very influential guy, right? I think he had a hand in greenlighting the latest Game of Thrones, not the old one, but the House of the Dragon, Hot D, as we call it here. He's also instrumental in The Last of Us, Euphoria. So definitely a kingmaker, if you will, when it comes to HBO quality content. This dude has it all, right? Top streamer, top content, loved by stars, beloved by folks, admired by his peers. But he's just got one problem, man. He
What's
hate
that?
trolls. He hate them trolls on the internet,
Uh,
man. And so he gotta be in these streets with a fake account talking get ish, man. This reminds me of
what's that?
do you remember Kevin Durant? There was a story that he had a fake Twitter account going after, small users talking bad about him on Twitter. I don't know if you heard that story. Kevin Durant, the basketball player for the Suns,
Right.
top 5 basketball player in NBA right now when he's not hurt. He was literally creating fake Twitter accounts going after people, so it's just amazing, man, how I guess that's why you're big time, man. You just have so much pettiness in you that you just can't let any slide. If you do, nah, man, I gotta go after him.
Yeah.
I, I gotta go after them. Yeah, show him. What's that? There's someone said that Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers or something like that. I forgot who said that,
Oh, that's
but
for comedy.
yeah, it's just
Um,
like everybody's just using it as an excuse. It's just hilarious.
so this opens the door to and this idea. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with it. There's it's not, and they put the article put secret in quotes because everybody does it. We just decided to focus on this guy right now. Basically, when you've got your reputation out there, somebody's going to put out people to push your brand. Like Taylor Swift doesn't need to have anybody's secret. She's just got all her people. She'll go on her message board, she'll go on her private channels, she'll go wherever she needs to go and tell her people, hey, listen, this is what's happening. And when those people see tweets and everything that go against it, they'll get in the comments and jump them. You get jumped in the comments. I don't know if you've ever been jumped in the comments, but you're like, where are these people coming from? A lot of people pay for this. You get a room of people, they'll create a bunch of accounts and say, "Hey, listen, we need to defend this movie." I don't know if Ryan Johnson did that with Last Jedi or whatever,
Mm.
but it's like, "Hey, we need to defend this movie. Talk it up." And they'll keep the discussion going. It's an old political thing. It goes back to politics, and I'm talking back in the any level of politics. You want to talk back to Roman civilization, they would put out people and have them in the street saying what the real story is, blah, 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 and putting these stories in everybody's ear, and they're getting paid off. So now, advanced to the future, we've got Twitter bots, we've got online army accounts where people will make these accounts and put Bob Jones 775 Florida. That's his username. You're like, Bob Jones 775 Florida. You got to be kidding me. That's a real username. He's got like 17 posts in the last 2 days, and that's it, talking about whatever topic. So, this is true, this is real, and now HBO is getting called out for it.
Yeah, I think, and that's to your point. I think the story here is that he got caught, but everybody does it, and so he just got caught for what he was doing. But it's just it's funny to see that people at that level have their hands on something that's such it's almost like a mob movie, right? They don't touch the gun. And that's what the enforcers do, right? Don't
Yeah,
give me the gun, son. So why is his hands all on this? It's
yeah,
almost like you always have to, as someone who is, uh, not saying such a higher up, I have run my own company, I have people under me. There's certain things I'm like, man, I need to have plausible what's it called?
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, plausible deniability.
There's
Don't tell me all that, son. I don't know.
there was
Let me get off this call.
yeah, there was a scene in The Sopranos where Tony was like, "Yeah, I don't like that guy," and then he got up and left, and then they all turned around and started looking at each other, and it's, "Do you like that guy?" Like, "No, I don't like that guy either." It's like, "I really hate that guy," and they all turned to that guy. It's like, "You really hate that guy?" He "Can't stand that guy." I don't know. Maybe you should tell somebody about it. I think you're right. That guy goes to talks to another guy. He's like, "Hey, this guy's really causing problems. I would pay a lot of money if that problem just went away." I just and nobody actually said anything, but the guy ended up getting off, and that was basically how you hide a hit. It was just like so many layers of plausible deniability. I say, "Hey, I never said hurt the guy. I said I didn't
Yeah,
like. That's all I said."
yeah. Just like, A Few Good Men with Jack Nicholson, he's on the stand, and he, says, "No, I just said, 'Leave that guy alone,' will not haze him." But everybody knew what that meant. So it was like, at the end, Tom Cruise goaded him where he just said, "You're damn right I did. I will do it again." So it's just so it's just that air. Anyway, so I think it's just funny, and I'm glad we could, comment on this and talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, and don't come for us to show versus business. The SvB crew will be out there jumping you in the comments.